Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by today. There's so many other channels you could be watching, but you're watching me. And I'll never take that for granted. I really appreciate it. I had an interesting conversation recently with a gentleman who I consider a friend right now. He's a subscriber who came to visit me in St. Carlos City. Just out of the clear blue sky, he said, Calvin, I haven't had a sex in over 8 years. He said, I haven't had a woman touch me in 8 years. And me, I'm always thinking, I said, well, hell, I hope you haven't had a man touching you in 8 years. But seriously, he got me to thinking, is there life after sex? Or is there life without sex? So on this vlog, I'm going to talk about what he did or what he does to get through that, my personal experiences, and then some interesting facts that I got from the internet. But the more I think about it, the more I realize that there's two people here in the Philippines that I know who have abstained from sex for whatever reason. This isn't a put down. This doesn't mean they're weird. Just for whatever reasons, they've decided not to enter into a relationship, not to have sexual intimacy, which to me, sex is natural. It's as natural as breathing. It is. It's nothing to be ashamed of. There's plenty benefits from having regular sexual intercourse. But when I went online, I found out that there's some benefits from not having sex. But I'm getting ahead of myself. And the difference is, the two women I know over here who have abstained from sex, they're women. He's a man. And from what I see, I'm just looking on the outside, guys, okay? Because one lady down in Mindanao, she just stays busy all the time. I mean, she's busy. And I guess that's her way of dealing with it, because both of these women are young, according to American standards. One is 60 and one is 66. So there's really no reason why they shouldn't be still sexually active. But let's get back to the gentleman. And I said, what goes through your mind or somebody's mind who hasn't had sex in 8 years? Men, we're hunters. It's innate in us to crave sex in the natural order. So here's the first thing that he said that caught my attention. He said, Calvin, I have standards. He said, maybe they're too high. He said, but I would rather be alone than to be with a woman who I didn't desire. He said, I'm not into that wham, bam, thank you, ma'am stuff. So I had to respect him for that, because my standards aren't as high as his. If it has a hole, let's go. That's the way I look at it. I'm sorry, man. I'm not desperate. I'm not some kind of freak. I'm just a man. So maybe that's something he needs to look at. Maybe his standards are unrealistic. But we all have standards. He says that he prays a lot. That helps him. Because I know me, I'd be like, Jesus, help me make it through the night. Because when you're used to having that warm body next to you, that intimacy, that passionate love making, and then it's taken away, you probably need to pray a lot. I would need to pray a lot. But he's constantly in prayer. And he said, Calvin, it's really helped me. It's really helped me to stay celibate. Because this is a choice he's made. He's voluntarily. This isn't involuntary. I mean, he hasn't been in an accident, or he doesn't have erectile dysfunction or health issues that's stopping him from having sex. He just decided, hey, I'm going to go without it until I find somebody. Well, I'm going to tell you something. It's going to be hard to go. You're not going to go 8 years without it over here. Matter of fact, the first two gentlemen that I introduced him to over here in St. Carlos City, the first thing they asked him, and these were Filipino men, But hey, you got a girlfriend yet? See? But me, I can't go 8 hours with it. I'm sorry. So 8 years, yeah, that would be impossible to me. And I would love to really sit down and talk to these women and just ask them, what's life like without sex? But here's a couple of benefits that I saw online that caught my eye. Number one was they don't have to worry about catching AIDS or any other sexually transmitted disease. See, like those of us who come over here strapless, we got hot pants syndrome. Our pants on fire. The minute we jump off the plane, we take our pants off. We don't go to the doctor. We don't take her to the doctor. We're very irresponsible. And a lot of us are just damn right lucky. They said that God looks after babies and fools. Well, he's sure looking after us because we're a damn fool when we come over here and we do that. We take a chance. We literally put our lives in her hands. But they don't have to worry about that. Another thing, and this is something I can relate to, they avoid a source of anxiety. See, being in a relationship is stressful. The best of relationships can get stressful. Living with another human being is stressful. Dealing with their constant mood swings and then your constant mood swings, it's stressful. So avoiding that, and it's literally an instance of you can't miss what you've never had. Because he said in the beginning it was hard, but as time went on, it's gotten a lot easier. To the point where, until that lady gave him a massage the other day, because we got him a massage the other day, it awakened something in him. I said, I know what it awakened in you. You got aroused. And I can relate to that because when I came over and got a massage for the first time, this is the only place I've ever gotten a massage. And then I went to Thailand. When they turn you on your back and they start rubbing your inside your thighs towards your groin area, man, you get aroused. And you got to do everything in your power not to embarrass yourself. So I think about everything that I can think about not to get aroused. Well, he said, man, it energized me. And I thought it was funny because I said, man, I've got to watch this guy because once these Filipinos get a hold of him, he's really going to be in trouble. There's nothing like a woman's touch. It's nothing like that Filipino tune-up. And for somebody who hasn't had it in 8 years, he's liable to sign over his life to the people. But what is life like without sex? He seems to be a normal gentleman. He's very intelligent. He's very successful. He was able to retire at 55 years young. He lives life on his own terms. And just on the outside looking in, he's just like a normal person. So I guess you can still live without that. Everybody knows all the benefits, especially that a man receives from having regular sexual intercourse. But I was just kind of shocked to see there is a couple of benefits that come along with not having sex. You know, a man that has sex and ejaculates 21 times per month has a 50% less chance of having prostate trouble or prostate cancer than a man who ejaculates 4 to 7 times a month. It's something to think about. You know, and it's whether you're with another woman or whether you're masturbating. Of course, your stress levels come way down when you have sexual intercourse, especially when it's intimate, especially when it's passionate. And that's one of the things that explains why so many men come over here and we're rejuvenated. Do not discount the influence of a good woman or a great woman in your life. All you got to do is go back to your mother. When you have a woman beside you, see, because I don't want her in front of me, certainly don't want her behind me. I want her beside me. Napoleon Hill said, when a man has the woman of his choice beside him, he's swept away to success that he's never even dreamed about. And that's been my experience over here. Not only my experience, but a lot of other guys' experience. So I just wanted to kind of talk about that today. It was a very interesting conversation that we had. And he went on and on about it, some personal things that I won't discuss. But it got me to thinking, is there life without sex? Is there life without sex in the Philippines? And yeah, I know a couple of women here, responsible women, that are matriarchs of their family over here in the Philippines. And they are celibate, voluntarily. There's no sex. And from the outside, it looks as if they're happy. It looks as if they're normal. But remember, a woman and a man is different. We go through different things. Yeah, we're equal, but we're different, guys, okay? But the one lady, and I won't say whether, because both of these women are young by American standards. One is 60, one is 66. I won't tell you which one, but one of my subscribers aroused something in one of the women. He just innocently sung happy birthday to her. And she went from being happily celibate to now she's a senior citizen cougar. Yeah, she's looking to devour something over here. And I seen the drastic change in her. She was going along just fine. He sung happy birthday. It went like this. And she's been on an ascent ever since. So thank you so much for stopping by today. An interesting subject. Maybe there's somebody out there who can add to the conversation. Because remember, I only start the conversation. Put it in the comments. Let us know, are you living without sex? Is there life without sex? When America's late, before you let your head hit the pillow, please find somebody to help. If you don't want them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, just getting off second shift, or you're on your lunch break, you see somebody out in the street, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. If you're in the Philippines, it's early. I guess it's about 7:45 on a Monday morning already. I'm in Santa Mars, beautiful place. Not a day goes by that we don't help somebody in some kind of way. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time.